Okay then, so this last question that I'm going to work through for you is thinking about plants and their sort of interaction in terms of photosynthesis and respiration. Now you need to remember that plants don't only do photosynthesis, okay, they also respire, and respiration is sort of the opposite of photosynthesis, okay. So where photosynthesis uses carbon dioxide and makes oxygen, respiration is the opposite to that. It uses oxygen and it produces carbon dioxide. So any question when it's talking about, it's saying in a greenhouse, it's talking about plants, right, and it's looking at carbon dioxide. So you need to think about straight away, is it talking about photosynthesis or is it looking at the process of respiration, okay? Because those two always kind of go together. So we've got a period of 24 hours. So the first thing I do, I'm going to circle my two axes so that I know what it is that I'm looking at. So I've got my time across the bottom and I've got my concentration of carbon dioxide up the side. So before I've even looked at the question, I've thought about what the information is showing me. Okay. Now, again, at the graph, what we need to think about is the specific times of day that are labelled. Okay. So thinking about these two processes, we need to think about what is happening at these times of day. So it's midnight. Okay, it's going to be dark, right, at both ends, because that is relevant to these two processes. At midday, there is light. Okay, so these, just by, like I said, just by thinking about the graph first, it's going to help me in the questions itself. So it says, explain why the concentration of carbon dioxide in the air in the greenhouse increased between X and Y. So we're looking at carbon dioxide, okay, and we're looking at between X and Y. So if I look at X, it's midnight, it's dark, right? So it's not going to be photosynthesis. Okay, so straight away I can forget about photosynthesis. Something is happening in terms of respiration, right? So my plant is respiring and not doing photosynthesis, okay? So as it goes through the night, what I can put for this is the plant is respiring and respiration. So sorry, I'm talking and writing in different words. I'm producing carbon dioxide. Okay, the plant is doing respiration. I've identified that, and I've identified the link between the respiration and the carbon dioxide, why that's going up. Okay, now then it asks me, explain why the concentration of carbon dioxide in the air decreased between Y and Z. Okay, so I go back up here, I've got Y, dawn is the beginning of the day. Okay, and then it's going into sort of late afternoon. So if we're in the period of time when it's light, I need to be thinking now, out of my two processes, it's going to be the photosynthesis. Okay, so what I need to think about now is, well, why is carbon dioxide going down if the plant is doing photosynthesis? Carbon dioxide is one of the reactants, one of the ingredients that you need for photosynthesis. So what I need to think about in that case is that the carbon dioxide is being used by the plant for photosynthesis. Okay, now what we need to remember is that the plant is also still respiring. It's not that it only does photosynthesis and only does respiration at night. Okay, it's still respiring. So the last point for this is that there is more photosynthesis, because it will be producing a little bit of carbon dioxide, so there's more photosynthesis than respiration. Oops, got to spell. Okay, so that's why the carbon dioxide is going down, because there's more photosynthesis than respiration. It's producing a little bit, but it's using more than it's producing. Okay, I'm just going to try and stop my video.